Hi, this is Mariah Nichols from Unpacking Disability, and I'm continuing with my Talk Story series on being shaped by disability. And this is in honor of the 30th anniversary of the ADA and Disability Pride Month. And this is from a hashtag created by Pauline from One Leg Up Productions, and it is shaped by disability. I'm reporting to you today, or talking story with you today, inside my car because it's raining and my kids are really loud. So, in my car it is. And today I thought we would talk about the very meaty subject of what constitutes a disability. So, I told you before that when I was growing up, I didn't think that hearing counted as a disability, or rather, lack of hearing counted as a disability. And I thought that the only people who really counted were people who were wheelchair users or, yeah, that's about it. Just wheelchair users. Yeah. And then over time, I started realizing how enormous the umbrella of disability really is. That it's this huge spectrum and so many pieces fall under it that it almost feels like people who do not have a disability are not the norm, that the norm is actually disability. So yeah, because so anything that emanates basically from the way that you see, hear, emote, perceive, move, sense, learn. I think that about covers it. Anything that is within that and necessitates that you plan your life in a way that can fit that particular aspect of you, or something that makes the day-to-day a challenge in some aspect. So, for example, like a person with a facial difference wouldn't qualify, I think, as having a disability in anything other than their facial difference will make life a challenge, and they will face oppression to a certain extent because of it. So that way it would count as a disability. Same with, say, height difference, like little people. That would also count for the same exact reason, that their day-to-day is impacted by the way they look or the way that they are physically. So for me, yeah, hearing definitely impacts me on a day-to-day. I have to plan my life around it. Yeah, I do. And it's the same thing for my traumatic brain injury, my TBI. Definitely I have to plan a lot. Same thing for CPTSD, my chronic post-traumatic stress disorder. Definitely have to do a lot of planning with that as well. So all of these areas are very much impacted. But you know what? Lady Gaga has fibromyalgia. She's disabled too. And she also has to plan a lot of her day around her fibromyalgia. So, people get shit done. They get stuff done with disabilities. It's not about what you don't get done or what you do get done. It's just about the way that you move within your world, the obstacles that you have because of those aspects of yourself. There are a lot of famous people with disabilities. Like I said, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, she has Tourette's syndrome. There's a ton of Hollywood actors who actually have disabilities. They might not be wheelchair users or something very visible, but a huge number of them do. Musicians, a lot of musicians obviously have disabilities and so on and so forth, but that's not really the point of this. The point is disability is way more than people who use wheelchairs. Way more. And there is so much that counts as having a disability. Learning disabilities count. things like dyslexia count. Auditory processing disorders, they count. That the gamut is enormous. And I want to put that out there because I really think that it's time that we start normalizing this spectrum of disability and seeing how common it really is. I mean, so many people I have met in my life, so many people don't think they have a disability. They think that it's something for those people over there. And they do not realize that their depression absolutely counts as a disability. Or their bipolar disorder absolutely counts. Or there's just so many. Diabetes counts. There's so many things that count. So yeah, let's stop here. 6 minutes. Good. And if you have any questions, please tap at me. In the meantime, you like the inside of my car? It's beautiful, huh? Yes? So peaceful. Take care.